interpreters work in the booth, but there's an awful lot of work that goes on before we get to the booth, and that's preparation. There's two types of preparation that we do. In general terms, we need to know about politics and the current affairs of the countries in which our languages are spoken, and we need to know how economics work and how the European institutions and the European Parliament works.
Following the news in all of the different languages, seeing how all these people from different backgrounds are coming together, talking about the things that you see on the headlines every day.
You're really a part of history in the making. So you're kind of like a fly on the wall. You have this front seat to see all of these things happening.
Here we are in the European Council, where heads of state or government of European Union countries meet to define the priorities of the EU and to discuss complex and sensitive issues. As an interpreter, you really get to see behind the scenes in the making of European history.
I love this job because no 2 days are ever the same. We cover such a variety of topics that interpreting really is exciting.
You can say for interpreting that it's many things, but boring is definitely not one of them.
The different languages bring with them different challenges in the booth as well, in terms of the structure of the language, the way that people naturally express themselves in that language, and then you have to think about how that translates into English and how that would come across well and in a comprehensible manner to an English customer listening at the other end.
There are three things you need if you want to be a simultaneous interpreter. First of all, you need an excellent command of your native language. You need to be able to speak confidently and articulately about a wide range of subjects, some technical, in a wide range of registers of language. Secondly, you need to be able to think on your feet, because the speed is dictated by the person speaking and we translate in real time. And thirdly, you need to be very good under pressure for the same reason.
Plus the work is fast and furious, which really gets the adrenaline pumping.
As soon as you pass your accreditation test, you can go straight into the booth and start working. You work alongside colleagues who've been doing it for years and years, and that's really valuable too, because it means that you never stop learning from other people. You're part of a team and they're always there to help you out.
Interpreters are team players, and teamwork is especially important here at the court. To begin with, we help one another prepare for our cases, and then when it comes to the hearing itself, we know we can always rely on one another in the booth when the pressure's really on. For example, if there are a lot of numbers that have to be written down, or if the speaker is very fast or just particularly difficult. I really like working here, and I've learnt a lot from my fellow colleagues.
I don't really think there's any age limit to becoming an interpreter. I trained and accredited with the institutions when I was 46. It was quite a challenging career change, but it's been a great success and I've loved every moment of it. So if you think you want to be an interpreter, I would contact one of the universities which offer postgraduate interpreting training and get their advice. That's what I did, and here I am.
I started here with just French and Italian as my two languages, but I was lucky enough to go to Poland for a couple of months, and it was Parliament that sent me there so that I could practice my Polish. That meant that when I came back, I could take another test to add Polish to my combination, and now I work with those three languages.
Really, it's a case of lifelong learning. You never stop learning.
As an interpreter, you really are always on the move. You turn up at your meeting, it could be in one room, then you've got to go to another building for your next meeting. Sometimes those meetings aren't even in Brussels. You can go to Strasbourg. My first mission was actually to Namibia, so the world is really your oyster.
I've been interpreting for 35 years and I've never wanted to do anything else, so it must be a good job to do. I love interpreting because I can get to use all my languages, which I adore. It's interesting, challenging, and you're always learning.
If you have a passion for languages, you are interested in learning things about the world, and you'd like a little bit of excitement in your career, then I definitely think that being a conference interpreter is something that could really be for you.
And of course, UK nationals will still be eligible to work as freelancers in the future.